acted around other men. But throwing wine in my face at a party in front of dozens of people wasn't a misunderstanding, it was abuse. And I finally had to admit that everything before it had been abuse too. When we got home, I went straight to the bathroom to wash the wine off my face. He followed me and leaned against the doorframe watching me. He said he was sorry, but that I pushed him to it. He said if I'd just been more aware of how my actions looked to other people, he wouldn't have had to teach me a lesson. He said he loved me, and that's why he cared so much about what I did. I looked at him in the mirror and saw him clearly for the first time in 4 years. He wasn't sorry. He was justifying. He wasn't loving me. He was controlling me. And the lesson he wanted to teach me wasn't about respect. It was about fear. I told him I understood. I told him I'd try to do better. He smiled and hugged me from behind and said he knew I would. I let him believe everything was fine. I needed him to believe everything was fine. The next morning was Monday, and he left for work at 8 like always. I called in sick to my job and started packing. I took only what I could fit in 2 suitcases: clothes and important documents and the jewelry my grandmother had left me. I left everything else behind. I drove to my sister's house 3 hours away. She opened the door and saw my face and didn't ask any questions. She just let me in and made me tea and said I could stay as long as I needed. That night, my husband called asking where I was. I didn't answer. He called 12 more times and then started texting. At first, the texts were worried. Then they were angry. Then they were threatening. Then they were apologetic. Then they were desperate. The cycle repeated 3 times before I finally blocked his number. My sister helped me find a lawyer who specialized in domestic situations. I filed for divorce the following week. My husband tried to contest it. Full story on channel. Link below.